So I almost died this year. Actually, I didn't almost die. I didn't even get hurt. I was in a near-miss plane crash. We were making a movie, and I was flying from Flagstaff, Arizona to Phoenix, Arizona, because my manager doesn't own a globe. We're on a plane that big. It's like a pack of gum with 8 people in it. And what happened was we took off from the Flagstaff Airport Hair Care and Tire Center there. We're traveling at half the speed of smell. We got passed by a kite. There was a goose behind us, and the pilot was screaming, "Go around!" We get halfway to Phoenix, we got to go back. It's a 9-minute flight. Can't pull it off with this equipment. We had engine trouble. We lost some oil pressure in one of the engines, and they told us about it over the speaker system of the plane, which was stupid because they could have just went, "Hey, we lost some oil pressure." Heard you. Sure did. It was weird. Everybody on the plane was nervous, but I'd been drinking since lunch. I was like, "Take it down. I don't give a shit." You ever have one of those days? Hit something hard. I don't want to limp away from this piece of shit. The guy sitting next to me is losing his mind. Apparently, he had a lot to live for. He goes, "Hey, man, hey, man, if one of these engines fails, how far will the other one take us?" "All the way to the scene of the crash." Which is pretty handy because that's where we're headed. I bet we beat the paramedics there by a half hour. We're hauling ass. So I've got a really good job. I like my job. It's important to have a good vocabulary, you know. Actually, I haven't always had a good vocabulary. When I was young, if I'd known the difference between antidote and anecdote, my friend Bob Schneider would still be alive today. He got bit by a copperhead. I'm reading him humorous stories out of Reader's Digest. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Texas. I'm a cowboy, a real cowboy. I was a bronc rider for 6 years of my life, and it's affected me. Now when I have sex, my arm goes like this. Seems to be some dispute between the wife and I whether or not I'm staying on that full 8 seconds. So we got the timer and buzzer and set it up right there in the bedroom, and I taught her the meaning of the phrase most of the time. Would have been all the time, but she won't let me tie that rope around her waist anymore. She hates it when I spur her out of the chutes. Hey, you laugh. It's not easy to keep an erection with a clown in a barrel in the corner of the room. Is it, sir? You got to focus. I'm probably not a typical Texan in that I don't hunt. I fish, but I don't hunt. And not because I think it might somehow be more holy to eat meat that's been bludgeoned to death by somebody else. That's not it. It's really early in the morning. It's really cold outside. I don't want to go. My cousin Ray, on the other hand, thinks killing a deer with a deer rifle is magic in the forest. I'd like to do for you now my impression of my cousin Ray after the big kill. Well, it was 4 in the morning. 22 degrees outside. Of course, you weren't there. Pussy. I'm in a camouflage deer blind with grease paint on my face. I've got deer urine on my boots. I'm not sure why. I made that part up. I got a 30-06 with a 12-power scope and a bullet that'll travel 2,200 feet per second. When that deer looked up to lick the salt sucker I'd hung from the danged old tree, caught him right above the eye. Well, yeah, well, I hit one with a van. Going 55 miles an hour with the headlights on and the horn blowing. Woo, that's an elusive little creature. If you ever miss one, it's because the bullet's moving too fast. Throw the bullet down to 55 miles an hour, put some headlights and a little horn on it. The deer will actually jump in front of the bullet